Hey, good morning, everybody. How's it going? Uh, I am crazy. Sorry that we're running late again this week. My wife is out of town for a niece's graduation, I think. Anyway, she'll be back today, and I had to get the kids to school, so here we are. Yeah, how is everybody doing? I know it might be a smaller show. Jeremy Mullen, what's happening? Yeah, it might be a little bit less people on here because it's the wrong time and all that stuff, but we should hopefully next week get back to normal. Yeah, it's an awesome day. Let me grab my voice guy, see if I can remember to upload the audio podcast. So, guys, if you're watching this live right now, make sure you chime in the chat, say hello, tell me where you're from, what's going on, whatever. Also, guys, if you're watching this later, if you're watching this on replay and you're watching the live chat and all that stuff, having fun. Bruce Kennedy, what's happening? Make sure you shoot me a message or a comment. Say where you're from, where you're watching, what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see more of, all that good stuff. So, Jimmy Neihart, what's happening? I know the flippy flop schedule it's driving me nuts too, but whatever. Life is a little on the crazy side. Paul LaValle, what's happening? Husa Islander, there he is. Husa, even though we're late, here you are. It's good to see you. Let's see. All right, let's just get after it. Welcome to the Gospel of Two Wheels, guys, number 183, where the coffee's hot, the bikes are fast, and your comments are thankfully absolutely ridiculous. I love you guys so much. Liz Silva, what's happening? Did I answer your question, Liz? I can't remember. I don't think I did. The Kevin O'Laughlin, I hear Highland Cycles is branching off into dentistry. So, guys, if you haven't checked it out, go to our Facebook page, either my Facebook page or the Highland Cycles Facebook page, or on TikTok, where it's almost reached 300,000 views of my kid Ewan yanking his tooth out in front of the orthodontist. Hey, there's my mom. Hi, Mama. Ken Stutzman. Flippy's going to be calling you about working on her house here soon. So he's been planning this for a while. He's had a loose tooth, not super loose, but a little bit. And he's left it in there because at the orthodontist, they can't do the braces until he gets all of his teeth. So he's been waiting because it's gotten loose, and he had his Gerber multi-tool, and he's just been waiting for them to go, well, you got to get that last tooth out, and he was going to flip it out and yank it out. And sure enough, it worked perfectly. The orthodontist, he's like, so you think you can get that out before our next visit? And he's like, yeah, I sure do. And he reaches in his pocket, pulls the pliers out, and yanks the thing out in front of her. It was awesome. It was so funny. It bled like crazy. It was so good. Jess Lacia, what's happening? Who's Islander on holidays after riding? Right on. That's awesome. Bobby Mike coming in from Vegas. What's happening? Jimmy Neihart, I love you. Jeff Elmore, good morning. Yeah, so the kid is a savage, and the whole off, it was awesome because that lady, the I don't know, what do you call her? She's not a dental hygienist, it's not a dentist, but anyway, she she told everybody. Then the orthodontist, a doctor came over. She's like, show him, so because obviously I'd taken a video, and it's awesome. It's so good. Yeah. Anyway, so that kid's awesome. My other kid is doing awesome too. We're going racing. Very excited. Everybody's going racing except for Ruth because she's going to stay home and work on the house because she's the most responsible one of the group. But Thomas and you and I are going racing this weekend. We're going to leave early Saturday morning and get over to Natarita, which is not terribly far away. Because of that, we are not doing a Thursday night ride tonight. We still have a little bit of work left to do on the bikes to get them ready. So not going to have a Thursday night ride. Sorry, everybody who was coming. Although that's not totally true. Go ride Thursday night. Just because I'm not there doesn't mean you can't go ride. So if you're local and you want to go, or I don't care if you're in Vancouver Island, like Husa Islander, go ride. It's Thursday night. You should ride your dirt bikes. I'm just not going to be doing it. Like I said, I got a lot of things going on. And Jimmy Neihart, he is one tough dude. Like he is one tough dude. The crash, I don't know if you guys saw from the last Thursday night ride. If you watched all the way to the end, he wadded up hard in the dark. Didn't have a light on. I was using my light to help light the way, and he was flying down this really rocky road. And I was like, oh, dude, he's going too fast. He made it through a lot of the rocks, and then all of a sudden he hit one funky and just doosh, 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 and crashed. And he ended up taking a foot peg to his side, which dinged him up really good, and then to his chin. And it dinged his chin and made him bite his cheeks. The kid is no joke. Liz, he does need a headlight. I've got a helmet light. We just obviously, like always, didn't plan on being out that late. But I did have the light on the bike. That's why I put that light on that mount, chainsaw mount, is just in case. So, what's up, Jorge Villalobos? By the way, Jorge, your last name is one of my favorite last names ever. I love that name. Zach, what's happening from Bailey, Colorado? Right on. Do you know? Jeff Aaron, by any chance? I don't know if Jeff even has a place there anymore, but I think it was in Bailey. But anyway, Jeff's awesome, rad guy. I don't know him, but he's a rad motorcyclist. So, all right, guys, what do you guys want to talk about? You guys asked me questions. I don't have any agenda today. Obviously, no idea when I'm going to get the new bike. It looks like it's probably going to be like September, October. I don't think it's going to happen this summer, which is fine. Although I'd love to get it early, but whatever, it's fine. Liz, over the official opening. Thank you. So there are trails up there that are open. They're getting opened up by us clearing trees, and there's, I think, a fair number that are all the way open. But the really good trails don't open until July 1. So yeah. Bruce Kennedy, did you see the video of Dean Wilson holding his butt? I'm removing my foot. No, I did not. Jason Lash, what's happening, man? I did not, but obviously removing foot pegs causes lots of other problems. But yeah. Jeremy Mellon, what bikes are my kids running this weekend? Great question. My son Thomas, who's 15, will be riding his YZ144 that Roger gave us. And then my kid Ewan will be on his KX100. He can ride his 125 and start it okay, whatever, but racing wise, he's in the Iron Mini class. So he's got to ride that 100. And he wants to race that whole season in that class and see how he does, like shapes up for the championship. So he's going to be riding that. Liz, yeah, sorry, I was breaking up. Yes. And I don't know if you guys are losing sound. I don't think it's on my end because everything seems really good on my end. The internet connection is good and all that. But sometimes you got to back out. Like sometimes YouTube just gets super, super busy. But yes, July 1st is when all of the main trails on the plateau open up. Let's see. What else? So yeah, Jeremy, hopefully you got that. KX100 for the 13-year-old, YZ144 for the 15-year-old, and I'm going to be racing the 125XC. Partially that's because this course we're going to is great for a 125. It's real level. I mean, there's ups and downs and whatever, but it's not a lot of climbs or anything like that. And I did well there last year on it. So I'm going to ride that. And then, and also because my 300 is all set up for trail clearing. It's got, whatever, chainsaw. I don't want to take it all off. And anyway, I don't know that they'd want me racing with a chainsaw on the front of the bike. Although that would be awesome. Maybe I'll see if they'll let me do that one of these rounds. But I am hoping to get the new bike. I mean, if everything worked out great, it'd be awesome to get it sometime, if they release early, like, they're claiming this fall, hoping that they're under promising and going to over deliver, but I'd love to see it like June, July. It'd be freaking amazing. I doubt it. I'm not planning on it, but I am getting lots of cool parts for it already. Huge shout out to Bulletproof Designs and Extreme Moto Parts and XC Gear for all the gear for that bike already. We're getting her pretty well set up. I don't. I have some System Tech Racing stuff coming for it, and then obviously I'm going to be putting nitro mousses and different tires and that kind of stuff. But really, it's pretty like I'm pretty much done getting parts. Front and rear disc guard from Bulletproof Designs levers, lower fork guards from Bulletproof Designs, radiator guards from Bulletproof Designs. I think that's it from them right now. The Mako 360 got my super duper sexy um, SX Mako 360, which I'm so excited about that. I think is beautiful. Extreme Motor Parts were using one of their fan kits, which is sweet because they tie into the factory harness, so that the computer controls when the fan comes on, so you don't have a thermostat on anything. Then let's see. Ooh, putting some super nice Pro Taper Evo bars on it. Woods Highs. I wish I could remember who gave me those bars. I'm sorry. If it was you, please let me know. Anyway, they're brand new bars that someone gave me, and I can't remember, but I'm awesome. What's up, Crash Hard? Liz, I will be around June 3rd to the 12th. I'll definitely be around. I don't know what my schedule's like. I think we have a race. I might have a race then. I'll check here real fast. Easy enough. But anyway, what questions you guys have? Let me know what's going on. Sorry, I'm a little on the distracted side. David Barber, is there a time when you want a tube over a moose? Great question. So no, the race is June 18th and 19th in Monticello, Utah. So yes, Liz, I will be around. I'll be doing lots of work on the house, but I will be around, and probably if I get friends from Canada, I'll be able to go ride. David, for me, there is no time I want a tube over a moose. Well, actually, that's true. Dual Sport XR650, definitely run tubes over mooses on that. But I don't. There's not a time in off-road small bike world that I ever want a tube over a moose. Now, some people like moto, if you're going to race motocross, definitely want a tube because they can lower it and the track's not all gnarly and rocky and not going to get pinch flats. So, but I don't ride motocross really ever. Just the occasional, every now and then we'll go to a track, but it doesn't happen very often. And I'm not going to put tubes in just for that. Crash Hard, moving back to tubeless from moose, air just feels and handles better. There you go. So a lot of people say that, David, that the air just feels better. It's been so long since I've ridden on air tires that I don't really, I don't know. I'm sure it does. I know that, I know it does because you can lower it down. You can get a lot of traction. The air, if you get the PSI just right for the terrain, it's really cushy feeling and good. My problem is I don't ever want to have a flat. I'm not willing to take that risk in my riding, and so I'm just never ever going to do it. The Moose destroyed your new VE33s. Yeah, the VE30. Well, I don't know. I don't like the VE33s at all. Like they didn't hold up. They didn't grip well enough for me, and then didn't hold up also. So. But yeah, I also like to, like, I like to go fast. I'm not fast, like in the grand scheme of dirt bikers, I'm not fast. But for me, my level of talent, I like to go fast. And with that around here equals lots of pinch flats and flats with tubeless. So it doesn't work. I just like the handling much more than flats. Yes. I love it. Jeremy, I tell everybody you should try mooses once. It's expensive, 200. What is it now? Almost $300 for a set. But whatever. Try it once. You'll never get a flat. You get a few tires out of it, whatever, and decide. For me, it doesn't make sense to have anyway. When was the last time I changed a moose, Liz? Just a couple days ago, or maybe even yesterday, and I'm gonna change a whole bunch today. I got a whole bunch of tires to change, and some are mooses, some are things. So let's see. Yeah, just like the handling much more than flats. I don't know. Flats ruin days for me, and I'm not willing. And I don't know. The handling seems to be okay. I don't know. I go pretty good on them, so it doesn't seem to hurt. Yeah, whatever. Let's see. Yeah, Jason, I also thrashed a PE33 in Nemo. It was horrible. Um, do I run wider foot pegs integrity minded? No, I do not. I run stock foot pegs. Yeah, okay, there you go, Bryce. I kind of thought you were with me on that. There we go. You typed that wrong. Yeah, I dislike flats way more than the handling thing. For me, the handling seems good. I can usually stay out front and feel comfortable and all that. So, but again, that's the beauty of our sport, right? There's so many options, so many things. You got to do what you like. That's the oh, Liz, yeah, it does. She just says depends on how much you race rides when you change them out and how long they last. Yes, it does. It totally matters on the speed that you ride, like ground speed, not like how fast you are compared to other people in a certain terrain, but like the speed you ride, the higher that is, the faster they wear out. So a lot of desert racing riding that they wear out faster, the mooses that is. But I in Colorado, the kind of riding I do, you guys watch this YouTube, what I um and the speed that I ride, all that. I'm good for about 3 rear tires and 2 front tires on a set of mooses. So all day, every day, doesn't bounce off stuff either. I'm a HD2 lifer. Oh, Jimmy Neihart, yeah, that's the thing. That's the other thing I like about mooses. Um, they deflect, they don't bounce. I mean, now if you lower pressure down enough on a tire to do that, I've seen all kinds of failures, even with tubeless. So anyway, who's the Islander? Have you tried tire balls? No, I have an awesome story about tire balls. No, I have not, and that's because 15 years ago, maybe I was racing that race in Farmington that I just did, and I came around the corner on practice lap, and there was a dude laying on the ground, and the tire of his bike was off the rim and wrapped around the swing arm, and tire balls were everywhere. And I don't know what happened, but at that very second, I decided I'm never running tire balls. So yeah. Integrity minded. What are your pros and cons of stock or wider foot pegs? Oh, so integrity. Um, the stock foot pegs on KTM's and Yamahas now are really pretty darn wide. So let me qualify what I said. I just run stock. I run stock because I feel like they're wide enough. Now, if you go back to 2006, 2005, that back before they started putting bigger foot pegs on, I ran wider pegs. So for me, the current stock KTM foot pegs, current stock Yamaha foot pegs. I haven't really ridden a lot of other bikes, Cowies. I'm sure Shirkos, Betas, they're all bigger, right? They've all gotten a lot bigger. So I like wider foot pegs than old bikes. I just don't go over what stock is now. So I like a bigger foot peg than the normal. Like my on my 300, I run the XC gear. What do they call them? Pivot pegs? Or no, not pivot pegs. Spurs foot pegs. Sorry, guys. Anyway, and they're like wider this way, but narrower. And I like that because they don't hit on rocks as much, but they're still a nice big platform. So I do, I guess to clarify, I do like a bigger foot peg. So if your foot peg feels small to you, definitely go up. It's good. Then much carcass flex on the front, ran into yeah. So Brace talks about I don't like a lot of flex on the front tire of a bike. I don't want to lower the front tire pressure down at all because I like when you're charging into a turn, I hate that feeling of rolling. There he is, Bike Barnado. What's happening? You're off work late. I'm at work late, so it's all good. Let's see. Put a fatty on my bike with the moose, and it feels very planted with the extra weight and width. Right on, sweet Bruce. I'm glad you're liking that. Let's see. Tire balls are like a moose, smaller and lots more. They say it's easy to adjust the pressure feel. So, who said the tire balls that I remember all had air in them? So I don't know which ones you're talking about. The ones that were called tire balls, they were little balls and they each had air in them, and that was the problem because you could flat one, and then that would usually mean that the next one would get flat. You could pop it faster, and that was the anyway. Um, Jimmy Neihart, yes, we will be at the Gold Rush 100% every year. And actually, it looks like this year we got a bunch of folks hopefully coming from Colorado, from the Montrose area. So, yeah, you should come. It's going to be good. So it was like tennis ball. Yeah, yeah. That's the other thing. Has anybody watched those guys who put tennis balls or racquetballs in their tires? It never works. Now, the tire balls didn't disintegrate like tennis balls do. The tire balls were like, they weren't like tennis balls. They weren't the thickness, and they weren't heavy like that. They were like these little, I don't know, whatever. They sucked. But now, if Husa is talking about ones that are like little foam pieces, that's a different game. Um, Bryce Davis. Oh yeah, he was testing moose blocks. So I guess I'll go ahead and talk about the secret thing that I've been testing now. So I'm all whatever. Jeff Douglas, if you watch this, I'm sorry if I mentioned this, but things have come out from other guys, so I'm just going to say it. And I know that you've held up on it. Nitro Moose sent me 2 sets of, I call them Mises pieces, but they're nitro wedges that all go in the tire. And you get 8 of them in a box. You put them in until you run out of room, until there's like a smaller spot. You cut it, fill it, go. You can anyway. They have been brilliant. I am on my 6th rear tire on one of them. One wheel has, I think it's the 5th or 6th rear tire, and they're all in there now because as they shrink, you put a little bit more in there. I just put another tire on for my 125 onto that set of Mises pieces, and dude, they are so good. They handle super well. They're a pound lighter than a normal Nitro Moose. A pound. That's a lot of spinning weight, like a lot. They work great. You lube them up. They're anyway. They're phenomenal. Unfortunately, Jeff was like this close to pulling the trigger and releasing them, and it his supplier in Mexico that was making them came back and said, "Oh, by the way, if we're going to do that, the price is going to go up by 40%." So, as you can imagine, that threw a bit of a wrench into the works, and so I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. But there you go. You guys have been wondering what that secret thing I was testing and why I hadn't talked about it. That's what it is. Like I said, I'm talking about it only because I don't think it's going to happen now, at least not soon, because the price went up so much. But I can say that they work really good, and you can definitely adjust the feel of the tire by putting less in or more in. Anyway, they're rad, and they've been holding up. Like, I can't even believe how well they're holding up. Paula Valley, do you ever do mountain passes like Black Bear? Dave Kessler, what's happening from Kentucky? Nice, dude. Yes, I do that on my XR 650. I don't do a lot of it. Just, I don't know. It's, my kids don't have dual sport bikes. They're not old enough to ride on the road yet. And I just like riding single track a lot. So, and I love it. I do like doing it, but I don't know. I don't have a tight group of guys that we go dual sporting very much. We mainly all single track guys. So it's just not super attractive to me, but well, that's not true. It's very attractive. I really enjoy it. It doesn't fit in my time schedule. But yes, Paul, I like it. It's a lot of fun. Jeeps fall off at Black Bear. They can. Bruce, they definitely can fall off onto you at Black Bear Pass. Oh my gosh. If you guys haven't seen that video here on YouTube, search Jeep falling Black Bear Pass. You'll find it anyway. It's crazy. Bryce, Yeah, black bear is well, okay, Bryce. To be fair, black bear is not boring. It's as far as like the dangerous, scary, but yeah, that's whatever. But black bear is freaking beautiful. Like that's the thing about the mountain passes. The riding isn't crazy interesting. I mean, if you're like hard stuff or you like going fast or whatever, this like it's the scenery is why you go. You don't go because you wanted to be challenged or anything like that. You go because you're like in the San Juan Mountains, which is that's where that is. It's I mean, I've been all over Colorado. I've been all over the world. I've been to the Alps. I've been to South America and the Andes. And anyway, yeah, I really like to. But the San Juans are some of the prettiest mountains on the planet, and to get up in the middle of them and be in there is just phenomenal. Tony Andrews, what's happening? So yeah, it's uh, hey, right on, Dave. Thanks for checking in from Tennessee, dude. Have a great day. So yeah, Paul, it's phenomenal. Um, oh yeah, dude, Kevin O'Laughlin, he's the guy that runs the dozer on Black Bear has no fear. Yep, I would agree. I can't imagine taking a four-wheeled vehicle down that road. I just that's ridiculous. Um, yeah, yeah, and then a dozer is terrifying, but it's nuts. So yeah, I love the mountain passes. I just don't get up there enough, and maybe this year we will because my wife is wanting to ride a little bit more if we get a chance with the whole new farm thing going on. Who knows if we're gonna have much time? But the um, she wants to ride more, and that's the kind of riding she likes to do. She doesn't want to go single track hammering. So yeah, we have a little KDX, and it's perfect. So yeah, Dave Kessler, yeah, 27-point turn. Um, Bryce Davis, yeah, the views from Calico are better. I would, yeah, I don't know. I would, yeah, they're better in the way that the fact that you're on a single track and there's no one else up there. I agree, 100%. And it's, I mean, Jiminy Christmas Calico is amazing. But the one thing about being up in the San Juans on those Jeep roads is that I don't know, you're just like in the middle of all those huge mountains, and I don't know, it's cool. The other thing I really like about riding up there is I love the history in the mining towns and the mining shacks and the things. They're up in the middle of nowhere, and you realize those guys were in there like the late 1800s, early 1900s, and you're like, what? I mean, they were up there. They're gnarly, like gnarly people who put those roads in and did all what they did. It's crazy time. So yeah. Anyway, I love it. Yeah, Bruce Kinney. There's a reason the Jeep rental companies say no Black Bear Pass. 100%. Like, if I had Jeep rentals, there's no way I'd let people take them over that road. Liz, I'm between a novice and intermediate rider, so there's that. Um, Liz, if you guys come visit, we definitely go up there. I don't know. Hopefully they'll have it cleared off like by June. Like that, those passes don't always get snow moved off of them until like July. But we'll check in. Liz, I would love to take. That'd be so fun. To take you guys up there for you to see that because it is. I mean, it's awe-inspiring to be on up in those mountains, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's super fun. You take lunch with you, or you can ride down in Silverton, or anyway, whatever. It's awesome. So yeah, we'll check the conditions and see what it is. Yeah, Crash Hard. The San Juans are way more rugged than the Front Range, and what's crazy, Crash Hard, is that San Juan looks rugged than the Sawtooth in Idaho, which is just nuts. Um, Kevin O'Laughlin, yes, he says the equipment that they took into those places is nuts, and that's when men were men. That's when kids like my kid Ewan abounded. That's when all kids were yanking their teeth out with pliers. Seriously, that my child is like Jeremiah Johnson, born at the wrong time. Like you, I hope everybody gets to meet Ewan at some point in their lives because he is seriously, he's a different breed, and he's so different from Thomas because Thomas and I have so much in common too, and I just love him so much. I mean, he's a very different kid. He's not wild and crazy that way like Ewan, but he's wild and crazy in other ways, and now he's taking care of pigs, and I don't know. I'm the luckiest dad on earth and luckiest husband too. So anyway, it's awesome. Um, Bruce Kennedy. Yeah, I wonder how many Chinese. I don't know actually how many Chinese died making those passes. That's a good question. I don't know that they, the Chinese were busy making railroads. I don't know. Um, I don't know if I don't know how many foreigners were up there doing all that. Now the $1 highway out of Uray up over to Silverton, maybe, but I think like a lot of those miners were just miners doing their thing. I don't know. That'd be great. Um, Liz, I would love for you to meet those guys. And yeah, and one of my favorite places for views, Bryce, is actually up in the Cimarrons off of a motorcycle, hiking into Fall Creek into the backside. It's in the Cimarrons, not really the San Juans, but they're not the same, but they're touching anyway. Back in that wilderness area is absolutely brilliant. The other beautiful place, let's not forget, is Fossil Ridge Trail. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Fossil Ridge Trail. The views from up there are stunning. And then everything, obviously, in Taylor Park, whatever. Colorado's pretty awesome. It's just amazing. And Calico's good. I hope it gets to stay open. You never know. So, guys, if you're watching this, if you ever heard of the Calico Trail outside of Rico, if you ever hear of any kind of way to help save it, do it. It's being attacked heavily. There's some serious money behind it. The Forest Service is not the people who are trying to just close it. There's a really, really wealthy man who bought some land. He's trying to do what he can, and he's just being a really squeaky loud wheel, which is causing lots of problems. But anyway, I digress. Save the Calico Trail, save Rico dirt biking because it's bad. Cimarron Pass, the views up there, absolutely phenomenal. Went fishing up there with my dad probably 5 years ago. Nice. Right, sorry about your dad, but that's awesome. You got to go fishing with him up there. That's awesome. Dave Kessler, you can't take a bad picture in Colorado unless I took one of myself. That's good. I do love it. And the new house is a lot of work. It's a lot of money. It's going to be epic, epic project, but I am so stoked because we get to look at the San Juans to the south. We get to look at the Adobes to the east, and then the Grand Mesa to the north, and then down in the valley to the west. And it's just, it's an amazing place. So happy to get. I mean, I love where I am right now in town. It's a beautiful house. It's a wonderful, nice new house. It's awesome, but it's going to be awesome. Guys, I'm going to boogie because I had to start late. That means I am running right up against the time I'm normally getting to the shop. So I love you guys. Punk Rock Club, thank you for sticking around the whole video. I love you so much. If you're watching this later, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. If you're watching now, make sure you back out of the chat, hit the thumbs up, and come back in. That would be awesome. Yes, Liz, we did get the old house sold. It's under contract. We close on it in a couple weeks. Looks like it's all shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, Bruce Kennedy, Habib, so good. The Crash Hard, yes, for sure. We'll ride somewhere at some point. It's gonna happen. Zach, you bet, man. Sorry to hear about that. I fly fish with my dad, and we're actually going in August, and it means a lot to me. So I get it, man, 100%. KO, good to see you here, dude. Jeremy, Husa, everybody. I love you guys. Make sure today you spend a little bit of time spreading the gospel of two wheels. And as always, I desperately hope that what we're doing here at Highland Cycles is inspiring you guys to work on, but honestly, way more importantly, just get out and ride your dirt bikes.